We live? We're going live. We are live. Hey, everybody. We're back. We were going to have, I think we say this every time, we were going to have some special intro music that Bug had written, but StreamYard's different from, what did we used to have? What was the
Blog
platform?
Talk.
Blog Talk. Thank you. And the difference is, hey, Swords and Ravens. Oh, I know who that is. How are you? Is that bonjour? Bonjour. Bonjour, mon ami. It's good to be here. Hey, guys, introduce yourselves, please.
No.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Impact.
Or just sit there.
Hi, I'm Impact.
I'm dealing with the video stream on Facebook so I can watch the chat.
Oh,
That's
nice.
what I was doing too, actually.
Oh, the chat comes up. Do you guys not see it on your side?
I can't. Well, because I use a tablet, I can't do that.
Oh.
I'm low tech compared to you guys.
We don't like you. We're going to turn you off. In fact, here. Okay. I'm turning you up. No, I'm kidding. Kidding.
All right,
those amazing noises you hear in the background are Vector is making dinner right now. And it smells super good. I think it's what'd you have for dinner tonight, Impact?
So actually it was leftovers. It was grilled chicken, couscous, and baked Brussels sprouts with like maple crusted Brussels sprouts.
Oh, dude, we're Brussels sprouts freaks over here, and we do a little bit of maple on them too. Ooh,
highly preferred.
Yeah, we love those. You're all maple. No, he said maple, and I like maple. Yeah, well, maple too. We are having almost something similar. We're having chicken katsu over soba noodles. I know. Well, chicken katsu is really simple. Someday. Make your own panko. I have a recipe for you. I'll send. It's not that hard. Maybe we'll do a food episode sometime, Impact, and just do our food. That would be fun. We could be cooking from like different areas. That'd be fun. But I'm cheating because Bug would be helping me. So
I'll get the cat.
So you could get your SO in.
I could.
Well, there you go. Hey, so we're back, Heroes 101, and we're reading what you guys are writing. And we think it's really, well, I can't speak for the other. No, that's not true. We've discussed this, so I'm gonna speak for the others. We love it when you guys talk to us. That's why we're here. We're checking checking in on you. And I see that Johnny's asking, hope you're feeling better, Rock. Been noticing a lot of good people going through depression lately. Yeah, that's part of it, and that's very, very sweet of you to say, Johnny. Thank you. Depression I go through depression. I do. I have like most women my age. Or is that just COVID? Well, COVID made us all go through depression for a while. I mean, some of us are still trying to shake it off. But mine mostly is taking a break. It was like a little less than a week. I took a break because honestly, after the Roe v. Wade mess, I all I wanted to post was mean things like burn the fucking town down.
Yeah,
and I didn't think that would be I didn't think that would help anybody if I just my anger was just. We'll talk about that later, but yeah, my anger.
It's justified though, like
it is, right? And yet I felt that the more I wanted to incite riots, that's how they want us to feel right now, instead of feeling just centered and okay. Because if you're agitated, if you're emotional, it's harder to think clearly and it's harder to organize and fight back. So I think it's better to just be chill and for now. And there are so many people we know who have taken their anger and done something with it, and something that makes a difference. And that's what I'm going to save my anger for. So, and I'm saving bail money. Okay, when I say that, I'm so not joking. I fully expect to be arrested for protests someday. So as long as I'm going to make sure I do everything the right way and have bail money. So.
Yeah.
Bug's like, don't get arrested for, well, honey, sometimes. Ain't nothing like a good sit-in, and
Yeah.
not again. I've never been arrested. That's kind of on a bucket list.
Weird.
Welcome.
All right.
Weird bucket list. I know. Welcome to Heroes 101. We are a show that has been around officially now for 10 plus years. And in that 10 plus years, we have talked about all things real life superhero. And that doesn't mean that we talk about capes and masks all the time. We do. We love that stuff. But we also talk about ways that people in their everyday lives can do something superhero. And yeah, we throw that term around a lot. And some people get offended by the fact that we call ourselves real life superheroes. If you, the listener, you can come up with a better term that's more succinct than real life superhero, that doesn't say we're altruistic people doing really nice things for the community. We go out and give food to the hungry. We bring song.
The super dudes.
The super
Yeah, right.
super squad. Too much alliteration.
Well,
Um,
and that's the
but-
thing, and that's always bugged me because a lot of people I know get like, well, I'm not a superhero. I am a costume actress. It's like, I get it. You don't want to claim to be super, and good on you. Most of us don't actually claim to be super. It's just, like you said, it's the easiest way to say it. And the way I view it's like a job description. Like a social media guru isn't someone sitting on top of a mountain in the lotus position tweeting. There's someone who knows how to handle Twitter or, handle PR for a firm. Names aren't always the most accurate. And we just go with the best one there is. Like, we don't think we're super, but it's the easiest way to describe what we do.
I think you're super.
I think you're super
Aw.
You're
Aw.
super dude.
Amazing.
And Bug says the next time I get mad, he's gonna put a cape on me and say, "Okay, now you're super mad."
That's right.
That's an old joke.
And then
Sorry.
and then you put a cast on him.
Yeah, exactly. Let's see. You got flagged. Forza and Ravens got flagged for promoting violence yesterday. LOL. Something about hanging Nazis being wrong. That's what's wrong with that. I'm anyway. Yeah, Instagram flag. Wow. Okay, then I would say,
Indiana Jones too.
yeah. Hey, you got your webcam up. Oh, right on, Sky Man. We haven't seen you in forever, and yes, you can join in toward the later part of the show. We ask anybody who wants to join in, come on in, and I think I'm not sure what the amount of people. We should know this by now.
I think up to 10.
Up to 10. Right out. It's a party. We
that's
will
what the
get
thingy's-
you. Yeah, and you know what, Sky, we haven't talked to you in forever, so we would love it if you would join us. So we're not going to make this a gigantically long show tonight. We'll just try to. I'll keep an eye on the clock, and it's already 6:10, so we're moving right along. Jogadung. And Johnny, yes, channeling your anger takes time and patience. Yeah, it
does.
It really does. You guys are probably too young to remember David Carradine in Kung Fu, right? Do you guys remember that?
I know.
Okay.
If you when you snatch the grasshopper out of my hand,
Yes.
complete.
Yes. That's.
I made a joke to a student of mine. She's like, "Oh, it's dripping in here." I said, "Well, when you snatch all the raindrops out of the air, your training will be complete." And then I called her Raindrop for a while until I said, "Do you like it?" She's like, all right. I'm like, it's a reference to the show Kung Fu, but I will stop.
Oh, dude, you're a dork. And we love it. We love it.
I'm wearing a superhero mask, of course.
Right? I'm wearing an initiative logo.
Ooh.
There you see, fun. Oh, hey. Okay.
Katsu.
Yeah, I don't need katsu. Thank you. I just want a little bit of
There's your job.
right on, dudes. That's my dinner. Look at it. Wait, hold up. Can you see it?
Nice.
Chicken katsu on top of buckwheat soba noodles and some
That looks delicious.
cabbage with some black. Which I know,
like that
right?
Bug doesn't get any.
Bug will. Vector's ladies first. Oh, you got a Guinness and you're not sharing?
Mm-mm.
You know why he's not sharing?
Cheers.
We have never drank drunk. We've never gone drinking together. Impact.
We haven't, have we?
There's a reason I don't. And yes, Sky, please hang out. And
She
Johnny,
fights
thank you for
people.
calling us heroic. That's so sweet. You too, dude. We watch what you do. Dark Defender, hey, right on, dude. The reason we haven't is because I don't really drink. It's not because I'm like a lush or anything. You guys are too young to remember that. Not like I'm an alkie or anything like that.
Did you fight people?
It's
Yeah.
it's
She beats
it's-
the crap out of people now.
it's because honestly, I am the friendliest drunk. Bug knows this. He's always trying to get me drunk. One beer, and I'm like, hey, you listening? You listening? You
That's
listening?
hilarious.
I love you, man. Let me tell you how much. Come here. Let me tell you. Swear to God, that's
I'm not going to name
kind of-
names, but I definitely know people like that in the community.
really. That's the kind of drinker I am. So I have
Well,
one
that's
drink.
fun. That's just fun.
It is fun. It's totally fun.
I,
And
on the other hand, work to keep up with Blackheart, so
Oh man, I can't.
okay.
I came
have
pretty
it-
close.
I
came
have it
pretty
on
close.
video. Can I have the
I-
QB, please, babe?
Alcohol to Blackheart, the Blackheart household is like iocane powder to Wesley from The Princess Bride. It's nothing.
Can I get the QB? Thanks.
It's been
Okay.
years building up an immunity.
Okay, check it
Oh.
out. Check it
Again,
out.
I'm not
though.
saying I can keep up. I'm saying I'm close.
I have a I have it on video, so it's not just hearsay. By the way, do you guys like QB mayo? It's so
No.
okay. QB mayo, you got to check this out. Impact. This goes on like any Asian food you have. If you put QB mayo on, QB mayo, and it's available in like major grocery stores.
If you're lucky.
It has more. Is it the egg white or egg? I can't remember, but it makes it like it's like fluffier, creamier mayo. Dude, swear to God, I was
That
like,
sounds good.
I learned about it just last year, all this time. And you put it on. I don't use a lot because
What?
anyway. Anyway, take that, please.
Here.
Okay, sorry, we're trying to get dinner things ready.
You know what? They knew there was no topic on this.
There's no topic tonight. But let me get back to the Blackhearts because we went to their house on the way out to one of our Nation of Hero things. And it was a whole bunch of people in the house at one time. And
It was a bloodbath.
it was oh my God, who was the first one down? I think it was
Me?
you, Nightbug.
Probably me.
Blackheart. Okay, so there's Blackheart, there's Zero,
Sorry.
there's me there, and a lot of this is on I have video of it, but we did have a show, a Heroes 101 from Utah that night. So it was Baroness, Blackheart, Zero, a guy named John Drop back in the day, Bug, and Vector, all in one house because we started on our tour there at the Blackhearts. I swear, this is a day after San Diego Hope. We drove to Utah, spent the night at their house, and they decided they were going to fix us special drinks. And it was just Blackheart mixing all this alcohol together. Bug puked first.
There was a cauldron.
Bug puked first and ended up all night sleeping in a some lazy boy type thing. I mean, he puked, and then that was it. We're taking care of him. And then I remember John Drop ended up face down on their backyard patio with his head hanging like over the edge of the patio. It was really weird. It looked like a body with no head laying there. And then Zero got so drunk that in the middle of the night he had an anxiety attack. And I had to be like, it's okay, dude. I get it. I know. what
Oh
that's
no.
like." Dude. And then Blackheart totally passed out and tried to, I'm sorry, Blackheart, I'm calling you out. He tried to pee in the hallway and we had to stop him. Dude, it's the hallway. It's the hallway. It's okay. Baroness and I ended up sitting and just chatting after drinking with all the guys, and we were drinking everything they were drinking. We sat on a stoop, the front stoop step of their house, watching the sun come up. It was like 5:45, and on video we're saying, so all the guys are passed out right now, huh? Look who's still up and doing okay. The women,
Right?
So,
Girl power.
Because you didn't
Girl
drink
power.
anything.
Bull Hoya, we drank just as much as you guys. I was just
No.
not.
I just
We knew how to pace
rewatched
ourselves.
The Boys season 2, so I'm just gonna say, girls get it done.
Thank you. Girls get it done. And
But-
Tina Fey.
But it makes
Bitches
me
get it
wonder,
done.
It makes me wonder what would have happened if, rather, what happens on nights when there's drinking there, and we're not there to stop him from peeing in the hallway.
Dude,
So
I kind of don't want to know. Johnny Vang, you're right. I love. If you know, you know. Everybody knows this.
Sriracha mayo is
Yeah,
great.
it's the. Thank you for reminding
there's a
me.
shortage.
Dude, shh. There's a. Did you guys know? Oh, Swords and Ravens. Oh, you heard that one. You remember what a party? So much unexpected kissing. Right? We're just too wild. There's a shortage. Okay, we're telling you we shouldn't. There's a shortage. Actually, we were reading about it a week and a half ago that the chilies, that the chili crop, because this stuff is made here in California, and the chili crop that they usually use for it went. So if you go to stores around here in California, you can't find it. It's I have this, and then I have one full one left, and we treat it like it's liquid gold because it is. Sorry, we're talking about all that. Okay, let's talk about superhero stuff. What's been going on? Impact? Oh my God, Pride just happened. And we gotta give a shout out real quick before we talk about how everybody was doing patrols and everybody was out there, but we got to give a shout out to one of my favorite real life superheroines. She was the executive director of this year's Seattle Pride Parade, which is the second largest one in the country. And this was her first time putting it together. And I heard it rocked. And I'm sad I didn't get to go. But Temper is her real life superhero name, or Crystal Marks. Badass.
Nice.
Put it together. She's a real life superhero. And I can't even imagine the amount of, just organization that you need for an event of that magnitude. So yes, Crystal, you rock, kick ass. Now let's talk about the patrols. Who went out? Who went out on Pride? I think Sky, you might know this. Echo did, right? Red Ranger and
they did a protest march because I was talking to Red.
Oh, yeah, that's important. That was just, that kind of marred the whole. I heard that the feeling like in Seattle was, yes, it's Pride, but then it's marred by this bullshit, before Pride.
A lot of signs at our Pride. A lot of signs and a lot of booths with voting sign up and
wow.
I noticed a lot of that.
Wow. See, so who else did? I know that let me think.
I joined a march.
You joined a march
with a wagon of water and just geared up, and it was a different crew than the BLM protest, but people it was funny because people could tell that I had clearly been to marches, been ready, because I had my shield on my back, I had the armor up, and I had one of the organizers come up, is like, hey, we got, just so you know, we have first aid kits over there. I said, yeah, I got one too. He's like, I figured, I just wanted to let you know we got more, and they talk, never met me before, but they kind of chatted with me, having a feeling that I just knew what I was doing. And I had people coming up to me afterward, thanking me for being there, which is really cool. That's obviously not why we do it. We go to help. But it was nice that people were like, okay, this guy looks like he wants to, he's ready to be here. And I know one of our Miracle, one of our teammates, they were at one on Wednesday as well. So shout out to Miracle for that. We're trying, we'd like to get multiple people out all the time, but sometimes we can just get one person out to help out these things, and that's still something. And I gotta give them a shout out because they kind of got smart with it. In Florida, it's now a felony to block roads, so they stuck to the sidewalks. They did the whole march on sidewalks. If we started crossing, the whole march would cross, even if the light changed. But largely, people were supportive. It was actually pretty cool. You didn't have angry honking, you had supportive honking, which is new. And people would come out of businesses to cheer and support, which was fun, which was nice.
Oh yeah,
I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah.
I hate to say it, but more people are going to be supportive of this than BLM generally, especially in the area that I'm in. Not that they were unsupportive of BLM necessarily, but you know, it's a lot of white people.
Yeah, I get it.
And you're in a liberal area, more people are going to be supportive of something affecting women than necessarily minorities.
Right.
Sucks to say it like that.
This is sad truth, but you know. Oh, by the way, Skylar says yes, they did rep the Team Echo, just in service, and Luminell. Oh, I mean Red Ranger. Luminell's waving. Hey, Luminell.
Beacon.
Beacon. Sorry. I just read straight off of the thing sometimes. Like Swords and Ravens, I know who that is, and I still read Swords and Ravens. So, sorry,
it's YouTube.
Guys.
Well, he's
like
commenting off YouTube.
If,
so it's different.
Yeah. So it's different. Pride. I found that people are loving to share. You know, the people that you like. It's funny. A friend of mine put something on his Facebook today that said, just two non-racists staring back and forth at each other. And he just had a picture smiling, you know, at you if you looked at his profile. And I love that because it's true, because you're like, you're right. You know what I mean? And I thought at this point, if you can't support Pride, if you can't support women's rights to their, you know, body autonomy, and if you can't support rights for just rights, basic rights, minorities, women, anyone, really, it's hard for us to believe you if you call yourself a real life superhero.
Yeah, like,
you know, this isn't a matter of opinion anymore, right? It's because there's a fine line, you know. It's just, oh, we disagree that the color blue is really pretty. That's okay to disagree about, but when you disagree,
I mean, you'd be wrong, but
right, right, you'd be wrong. But when you no longer support basic rights for everyone, then what the fuck are you calling yourself a real life superhero for? I'm sorry, I'll put it out there. Fight me, don't care.
Like LGBT, you know. LGBTQ is not a belief system; it just is. You know, race. It's not a belief. It is like, you know, stop equating it to like something that people choose. It's literally something you have no control over. So people need to stop acting like, oh, you're shoving your beliefs down my throat. Yeah, I'm shoving the fact that I think, you know, black people shouldn't be shot by the police. And I'm shoving the fact that I think, you know, trans people are the gender they say they are. And like, stop acting like that is a fucking argument or a belief system. It's just that's like saying, that's arguing like that this is gonna drop. It just is. Like, stop doing it.
Nice effect. I liked that. That was cool. Sorry, I'm easily entertained. But it's true. It's true. It's fact. It's just black and white, right? There isn't some gray area. There's no gray area that, well, I don't know, maybe blacks should kind of be shot by the cops. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Okay, just stop. We don't want to hear it.
And obviously there are things in life that are not black and white, but this one's, you know, it just is.
Let's see. Oh, fucking Soups. How the hell are you? Okay, Posted RP. Who is that? What is your real life superhero name? Because I'm not recognizing it from the YouTube thing. And Luminell says they got to go on patrol. Sorry, Beacon says they got to go on patrol for the first time. Almost a year. I get to go on patrol. Oh, hey, dude.
Nice.
You know we want to see that. Or no, we don't want you to be recording if it means you won't be safe. But yeah, that would be really cool if you could get a picture. There are some, Swords and Ravens is saying there are some great self-aware memes about this. They will walk straight into their own point and somehow still miss it. Yes.
Yeah. There's a whole thing on Twitter called like conservative cell phones, and it's all that, and it's amazing.
Exactly. Beacon says, after I finally came out to my best friend, he's made some jokes, but he's actually been super supportive. Yes. Thank you. Congratulations to that. And thank you for, you know, I'm glad your friend is super supportive because if
Super supportive.
super
Oh,
wow, dude, that's you've been reading too many of those dad jokes, honey.
Hey man, don't put down.
Bug
don't put down-
loves
Don't put down. Stand up T-Rex.
Bug loves
You got a
those.
chance to eat there yet?
No, I haven't had a chance. I'm doing a show right now. I
You
can
got our host
I'll
ate
eat in a
bite?
little bit.
No, he's
Bug
eating
just
now.
keeps disappearing like this, and then I'll take a bite.
Bug can
and
tell
then
a story while you eat.
I'm just
Bug's
straight
got
up
his,
game.
he's got his mouth.
I'm waiting
It's
for you
okay.
both to look
You
down
have
at the
to plan
same
better.
time. I'm just
Exactly.
gonna duck out of frame. I'm waiting. I'm waiting.
Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Good. I said 1, 2, 3. You guys are dicks. All right,
Still
so
not eating.
equal rights
Equal
is
rights
slowly
is-
dying. All men. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna put this up. I don't want to read these all. I'll just put that up there.
Yeah.
That's Shawnee.
I guess if you're listening,
You
it's like
Yeah,
equal rights
that's
is slowly
true.
dying. All men and women are created equal. The legislator making odd enough changes that upset the community.
Yep.
What's the top yourself?
Yeah, yeah.
There we
I mean, I think it's. I mean, Roe is more support than it's not. Like they just don't
Yeah.
care. That's the thing. Is a lot of legislatures. The problem is people don't aren't voting with their brains. They vote with their heart, and you know they vote because they get scared into it almost. And I'm not saying you shouldn't vote. I wholeheartedly think you should vote, but both sides use this very well. Republicans, say, they're going to take your guns. They're going to open the border. They're going to take your guns. They're going to open the border. They're going to ruin the economy. They're going to, kill babies. And that scares people into voting for them. Democrats say, they're going to let, they're going to support white supremacists. They're going to kill immigrants. They're going to, take away your health care. And that gets us, the Democrats,
Yep.
left voting. And then both sides, and half the time it is true, but it isn't true. But there's a lot of scare tacticing going on. Unfortunately, they use it.
Oh yeah.
It's a reason to not always go with what you want.
Fear is a huge. I mean, most of us. I hate to say it, unless you're completely aware of it. Most of our decisions are fear based, and that's
Fight,
not.
flight, freeze.
Yeah, exactly. Fight, flight, freeze. So when you can stop, we were talking earlier about me taking a break from Facebook because it was too emotional for me, and I wasn't making smart decisions on what I wanted to put up, and because I was just so goddamn angry, so emotional, and you can't think clearly when you don't breathe properly.
And I don't blame you. I think I saw a tweet that's been reposted a million times says, I don't know how every woman isn't out there burning everything down, and I agree with that.
It's and the thing that's a scarecrow is right. Yeah, wait. Okay, so posted / hyphen wait, that's underscore RP. Who are you? Give me your name so I can call you by the right name. By the way, hey Bug, give me Madhouse in here. Sky's laughing at us. Did y'all see the one where the guy tiptoes about freedom on bodily autonomy when the interviewer points out his weapon and a pro-choice rally? No, I didn't. You should give us a link to that. And Sky, fear, is it fuck everything and run or face everything and rise? It should be the latter. Face everything and rise. But the saddest thing is we're all coming out of a big fear cocoon, aren't we?
Well, so I actually did a whole thing at a summer camp today. We had Jag and I went in and talked about how to be a hero. And one of the things we talked about, because it was, a martial arts summer camp. So we actually discussed the whole fight, flight, freeze thing. And the end point we kind of reached was, yeah, your base instinct is fight, flight, or freeze. But you have to remember there is a fourth option that you can train for, which is think. And that's what we all need to do. We're all pissed off, but we also, and definitely fight, but think also while you're doing it. One of the things I've been seeing is, and a lot of people post, and I might have even too at some point, the whole, if you need someone to go camping in another state, And like, that's a great sentiment. But what I've been seeing is like, a reminder that, and this is very true, like, the Underground Railroad wasn't people posting, let's go camping. It's people where they had networks set up, and the people, who have been dealing with this issue for a long time have systems set up. So as nice as it is to say you're going to take someone into your house, it's better to direct people to the existing systems that we already have. It's just like what we always tell, like a new real life superhero, like, there's always like trying to learn everything on their own. And you're like, no, we have advice. You shouldn't recreate the wheel. You should not try and recreate the wheel with reproductive health either. There are systems with, professionals doing it. And all of us, myself included, need to get better at directing people that way rather than just offering, to take people into our house I think the driving them up thing is actually really good. Like that is very helpful. But if you, don't just offer your spare bedroom to a stranger, direct them where they need to go. I mean, you can also give them a spare bedroom, but make sure they're going to the right place while you're doing it.
Yes, that's a good point because not too long ago when something else, and the past, let's be honest, since 2016, there's been a lot to be really angry about, a lot to just, like I said, we're all coming out of a fear cocoon because pandemic, racism just totally opened up, in that span 2016 to now. And I think that there was one time when I posted something about being really angry and let's rise up. And someone said to me, I agree. What should we do? I'm genuinely asking because I'm not sure which path to take. And that stopped me in my tracks, which is another reason why I got off of Facebook just recently, because that's absolutely true. I see everyone posting, burn the whole fucking thing down. I see everyone going, respect us or expect us. Let me ask you this. If you got that same question from someone, especially about this Roe versus Wade, and they were to ask you, okay, so what do we do now? That's the problem. There are so many people screaming and not enough people harnessing that energy and saying, okay, here's what we have to do next. But I hear that
good threads on Twitter more.
Yeah, I was just going to say Facebook is not the place to do it. So even if it's telling people who are that angry, go and follow these things on Twitter now or wherever they're happening. Even that little tiny bit of direction takes a person's intention, energy, everything, and sets it on the right path, which is what we need. Because even as real life superheroes, unless we're out there being reactive, and that's what we're doing most of the time, truth be told. We're being reactive. We're not being proactive. But we could be. It's just when I proposed this whole real life superhero planning committee, that's one of the things that we would plan is, well, we know this is happening. What can we do proactively? Or what can we help people to do proactively? So I think that's something that we actually need to follow through with and have a whole discussion or 2 or 5 about what the planning committee could help do. And anybody could be on the planning committee. I think it's not, elitists. Fuck that. I'm the last thing.
I don't care. Have it a 500-person committee for all I care.
Right. The more
wants to do it. Yeah.
There is no Illuminati in the real life superhero world. Okay, some of us are just louder than others. So I'm saying that. And I'm sticking
but one of the things I feel like it's kind of funny because it just reminded me that one of the things we talked about again with that talk that Jag and I had was because we discussed de-escalation with the kids, and when one of them was breaking target locks and refocusing people. And that's kind of what we need to do. Everyone's target right now is just being angry. And you can keep the anger, but and I'm not saying I should be the one doing it necessarily, because as a cis white dude, I think I need to listen, not talk, even though I'm obviously blathering on for 25 minutes. But we need to help people, like direct people who should be in charge instead of just, agreeing, yeah, burn it down. Because, yeah, I've written that shit too, like shut it down, burn it down, whatever. But it is helpful for us to be like, okay, now that we've said we all want to shut it down, here's what we can do. And here's what someone smarter than me said we should do.
Yep.
And send them that way. And that's not passing the buck. That's just recognizing.
Right? When you don't know, and when you don't have the answer.
And today, today's, in this day and age, especially, Jag texted me, he's watching also. Hey, Jag. In today's day and age with, especially on the internet where everyone has to be right, that's the thing we got to remember is you don't have to be the smart one.
Oh, I'm a meathead. I would prefer somebody tell me what I can do because I don't have the answer. Speaking of, and thank you, Sergeant Ravens. I would disagree, Rock. Patrols and outreach are as proactive as you can be without involving town, city council, or outsourcing. I stand corrected. You are absolutely right. That is very proactive because
they're kind of both.
You think so? I guess you go ahead.
They're proactive because you're out there doing something, but they're reactive because you're literally reacting to things while you're out. So I see your point, but I also see his point too. Like, because I'm being a pedant right now.
If you can keep somebody from stealing a sandwich because you gave them a sandwich, that's proactive.
That's proactive. That is 100% proactive. And I think the homeless outreach, like the outreach part, is more proactive. I think the stopping fights is reactive, and I think both are necessary. Reactive isn't bad, for the record.
Yep. Justin Service says, communicate with local protest organizers.
Totally.
That's a good way to say, that's really, see, if we have a planning committee, we'd be like, we have this resource, have we gone down the list of resources and such? Dark Defender is saying, hey, what's up, Justin Service? This is our family talking to each other. Let's see what our kind of this change now is about what's socially acceptable as opposed to just doing the right thing. We don't respect climate change because of climate change. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's a whole nother thing. We have a real life superhero that I don't think there's one person that we know that doesn't respect this guy, Treesong. And and his whole, if he were to pick one topic that he is championing, it would be climate change. And he's had a radio show for years, and they talk a ton. He's written books about climate change, and yes, he would agree with you there. So if you guys are wanting to be in touch with a real life superhero who is all about climate change, look for Treesong. That's his real name. It's his real name.
You just outed him.
Treesong's real name? I did. You know what? I'm going to eat and shut up. You guys talk amongst yourselves. Yeah.
Come on, Bug. You said like 3 things.
I know, right?
Yeah, you're right. I lost all trains of thought now.
Sorry. I need to stop. I've never done this before, and I will never do it again because it's rude. But I swear to God,
that food looked too good to. Again, this is our kind of free for all show,
right? I swear to God, Vector's like, I'm gonna make dinner. I'm like, usually he waits until after okay, he's doing it now, I guess. But I'm not gonna let that go. Look at that. That looks good, huh?
That looks very good.
That's got black sesames on it and a little bit of sriracha mayo. I know it's as big as my head. Well,
we've got a few different things that people have said. Johnny has said, social media can definitely make us feel overwhelmed. He agrees with Rock. Totally get that. Skylar fear is fuck everything and run or face everything. Oh yeah, we got to that one already. Beacon says, I tried to help a homeless guy the other day and he got all tough with me and demanded more money. My manager thought I was going to get robbed. Ooh. That's always so bad because I know Beacon is not going to stop helping people, but I know there are other people out there who won't help in the future. And I don't mean people in this community. I mean people.
But that's scary. Yeah.
It is scary. It is scary when people get when they get tough over the stuff. But I'm happy, Beacon, that you're still that's not stopping you. it is a good not a lesson, but it is a good reminder of, even though you're there to help people get aggressive, I think we've all had it happen once. At least those of us who've been around for at least a couple of years probably have at some point. But yeah, just be safe out there, even when you're just doing outreach. Even if you don't know martial arts, keep your head up.
You don't know
One of the things I've been trying to teach a lot recently is use your peripherals more. Get used to using your peripherals. Start figuring out where your peripherals end. Can't see it. Wave your fingers on the edge of your peripherals. Learn where they are, and you can keep better track of what's around you that way. I joke with my students that I see everything in the dojo because I'll be sparring one kid, and then another fight will be coming at me, and I'll twist the fight around to not get hit, or I'll be stop and move people without looking at them because I use my peripherals. And I think that's a skill you don't need to be a fighter to do, but it will help you in the field because it's hard to get snuck up on if your peripherals are you're used to using them. And obviously, if you keep your head on a swivel, you'll see farther and farther.
Should people patrol without a background in something, Impact? Yeah, people should. It depends.
Yeah.
What is your intention? What's your mission?
I was going to say, it depends how you define patrol. For us, patrol is we go out with the intent of getting people home safe, but we are doing a handout we have handout materials as we go because we don't get a lot of action. That said, I think if you don't have if you're primarily doing a handout, yeah, you can probably go out and be fine. If your goal is I'm gonna go stop crime from happening, probably not. And this is not to mock anybody. It's gonna come off that way, and I apologize, but I kind of don't. I cannot tell you the amount of people that I have talked to that are I want to be a superhero. I'm okay, I talk more and more to them, and even the ones that aren't 15, which a lot of them are. And again, if you're young and you want to do this, great. There are safe ways to do it when you're young. Volunteer work is really the best way when you're young. Full support of that. We call the only people we refer to as sidekicks on our team are some under 18 heroes that join us for handouts only. And I think that's great because we have adults who can kind of help watch them and keep everybody safe. But let's say you're over 18, but and I still have a lot of people like this who are, they're legally adults, can take care of themselves technically. And they're I'm going to go and stop crime. And I say, okay, so what training do you have? And they say, it'll either be, well, I'm going to start doing Taekwondo, or, I took, 6 months of judo or something like that. And it's or just, I don't have any formal training, but I watch a lot of YouTube and practice a lot. And it's it's great that you're trying to get in shape. It's great that you have plans to. It's great that you're practicing. It really is. But it's not the same. I will tell you right now, just because you practice the moves does not mean you know how to use them in a fight. In karate, which is what I specialize the most in, you do your basics, you do what's called kata or forms, and you do sparring. Those are the three kind of tenets on top of self-defense stuff. And if you're just doing your basics and your kata, which is really what you're doing when you're just watching YouTube, you're not sparring. You're not learning how to properly apply it. And any good fighter will tell you a punch in the face doesn't actually mean that much. But if you've never been punched in the face, you're gonna rock back, and you're not gonna know what to do. When you've got some training, it's different. When you've had it happen 2, 3, 4 times, you get punched in the face, and you're oh, okay, it's on now, and that's a whole game. But
okay, I got to add some stuff to this.
Yeah, please. I've been talking for so long.
Okay, no, that's fine. That's great. It's I'm a third of the way done. I just had a great idea. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna get together with this planning committee. If you want to be on a planning committee, Basically, we've discussed it with everybody who's been interested in it.
You have to fight one of us to earn your spot.
You have to fight all of. No, in our school we had group combat. By the way, did you hear about that poor cop that got killed in his? It was a mob. Okay, we're not going to go off on that tangent, but holy
that
shit!
was tragic.
Bug and I, when we at the end of our belt tests, after all the katas and after all the techniques and stuff, they wanted to know that you still had some stamina left in you. So they would do a group attack scenario, which means you literally fought everybody else that was in the dojo taking their test. And there were 12 girls against me and Bug. I don't know how many you had, but we saw people get literally knocked in the head and knocked out. So we know how that shit can be. It's crazy. But I'm saying we're not going to make you fight us for the planning committee. But that cop, I feel so sorry for him. I don't know what the fuck happened there, but somebody needed to call.
Yeah, that was tragic. That's
okay.
I think he was not liked or.
You think it was? See, Bud thinks it's intentional because how do you do a group training? Our teachers would, as soon as the guy got clocked in the head, you could hear it right through the dojo, and he was on the ground, and everybody's like break, and then everybody has to back the fuck up against the wall. I don't know how. Yeah. I don't know how a cop.
It was either intentional or it was a failure, and neither is good.
Complete failure. Poor guy. Rest in peace, dude.
Like,
but
if you want to say a cab, all cops are bad, like fine, that's still tragic. Like
it's still tragic.
At the end of the day.
We're not gonna. Yeah,
it's
exactly.
still tragic. I hope no one should be celebrating.
No one should be celebrating that. So what I'm saying is, with this committee, excuse me, I don't want to burp now. See, that's what happens when you're
allowed.
Anyway, if I do, it's going to be a good one. I promise you. Yeah, we'll bleep it. I think that if you want to be on it, all we need from you is we want to know that you are not a douchebag. And trust us, it is. I love this since we all started calling out the dick bags in the community. They've pretty much disappeared. And any that are left, they're getting called out. So if you're a dick bag and you're watching this and you think you're going to infiltrate like being an RLSH and under the guise of, oh, I'm going to get some sandwiches. No, we'll know you're a dick bag. But so if you're not one of those, if you're active, and when we say active, there's a minimum, dude, you got to do at least like 2 hours a month. That's pretty active. I mean, pretty lenient.
Yeah. Like just
reading to, kids for half an hour. That's sir.
Like,
go fucking pick up some trash, whatever. Okay. Because if you can't even do that much, then really you're just using the name to use it.
Or you could do Oracle things. You can help people track stuff. Like there's a million ways to help.
There's a million ways.
We're not gonna gatekeep helping.
Yeah.
It's just do something.
Crowd, you're out because you're a dickbag. No.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me.
And I do want to say with the whole dickbag thing, you cannot like. Let's say the three of us are on the committee. If you don't like us, that doesn't mean we don't like you. It doesn't mean we're not gonna let you on.
Yeah, we're not. That was the old rock. The old rock was like, you don't like me, fuck you. You're not gonna. The new rock realizes. I told you, I'm a meathead, and I need to learn from other people.
Like,
and
if you think I'm a terrible person, you hate me. That's not gonna stop me from saying that I think you should be on the committee if you actually try.
Yeah, I think he's a terrible person. I hate him, and I'm still doing a show with him.
That's because I'm the sex appeal.
He's the talent. I
really am.
You're the whole bag. Yeah, we know, crowd, not just the dick. Okay. Beacon's. I'm sorry, I'm talking. Beacon gives directions on campus, and gives what he can. See stuff like that. Okay, unless you're. I'm not going to say that one out loud. If you guys can read the comments. Yeah. Well, okay. So if all we're asking for a planning committee is if you are you're active, and like I said, 2 hours a month is nothing. If you can't manage that, then talk to us and we'll try to help you get active. Two, you haven't been known, like I said, in a very bad way by most of the community, because there are people out there who are really till the end. Anyway, that no one's gonna allow on a committee.
I do want to know who posted RPs now that I've seen the comments.
And then, the other thing is you have to be kind of committed, even if you don't want to be committed. Hey, I don't have time every freaking, but you have to be, if you're going to commit yourself to this, say we're doing a project here, And if you're committed to it and something goes wrong, it happens to everybody. That's
like
life.
that.
But if you're consistently doing that, everybody notices, and then it'll be like, yeah, dude, you keep bailing, and when you bail, somebody has to pick up your slack.
Yeah.
With that, this comes back to your a long way back to your whole martial arts thing. A planning committee between me and Bug and Impact. You can look up decades and decades of martial arts legitimacy. We're not douchebags that go, oh, I can beat people's ass. Watch me. Ha ha. Cobra Kai. You can literally look and you see that we've been trained by teachers who have beat our asses. There's pictures. There's, dojo footage of all three of us. And there are other people out there who have legitimately been trained and been through the rigors. With that, I'm not saying we have all the answers, but I think that in a planning committee, we could all get together and just for the person who can't do anything but watch us, because I'm not a fool, you cannot be fucking Batman by watching a video half an hour every week. It's not going to happen. But I teach this to my students every goddamn time we have a seminar. You will walk out safer. I can't guarantee that you'll never be hurt, but I can freaking guarantee you that you will walk out safer if the three of us, plus anybody who has been legitimately trained or can show us that they actually have something common sense based to share, we can put together something for people. Like that can be like every week we can tackle, or every however Impact agrees.
Let's be honest. Every month
We could come out with a video going, okay, so you guys don't know how to break target lock. Even like Johnny Crowley, who's watching right now, he knows how to break target lock. One time he did it by simply offering somebody a cup of coffee between people that were going to fight. That's breaking target lock, guys. Stuff like that. So we can teach you how to be more. We can teach you how to be the number one thing you need for any patrol, any martial arts, anything. We can teach you how to be more fucking aware. Because I don't care who you are, if you are not aware, no matter what we give you is not going to mean anything. Because guess what? You were the baddest ass martial artist walking down the street, but you weren't on your phone and somebody jacked you from the side because you weren't aware. So we can teach you how to do that.
You could be armored to shit. You can have, the full body bulletproof. But if someone clocks you upside the back of the skull because you're not paying attention, you're 200 pounds of dead weight.
Right. So what we'll do.
And I want to point out that, again, for those of you who can't go to a school or a dojo, we're not saying there is no merit to the YouTube training, because there is. I mean, there is if you're depending on what you're looking at, you can learn technique, but it is far better to do it and then be able to apply it than just practice on your own. You can definitely learn by just watching stuff, because I don't want to say, oh, if you can't afford to a dojo, fuck you, you're out of luck, because you can watch stuff and practice. It's just bear in mind you're gonna need to play catch up and train with somebody, and so if you can't get to a school, find a way to practice. That's awesome. You should.
Right.
Should. If you want to, I will talk to you and I will teach you basics via Zoom. I don't care. I'm happy to do it.
That's what I'm saying. I think we could do that. It's never been done before in the real life superhero community, and that was a Freudian committee. But you've got three people right here, plus tons who are watching us, who have some type of amazing, theory that they've put into. Like I can say that there's somebody right now who's messaging us who I know I'm pretty sure has only been in a training facility maybe once or twice, 3 times maybe, and yet he's got some practical shit that everybody could use while out there on the streets. And I think he knows who I'm talking about. So what I'm saying is, and please don't think, I don't want somebody going, oh, Jesus Christ, Rock and Bug and Impact are going to be. No, dudes, we have to get organized. And what we can do with this is we can say, you, like Posted RP, you're you're open for online seminar, come to us. Talk to us about what we can all have like a Zoom meeting. You can show us, talk to us about what you want to share. And then we can all decide whether it's, shareable or not. Yeah, everybody's going to decide on that. Everybody here that you're seeing is going to go, that might not be too cool because that'll get somebody's ass beat. Or we could say, that's awesome if you pare it down.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is it's got to be organized, bring it in. That way, when we're all out there and we all have to watch each other's backs, at least you'll know that this guy's watching, head on a swivel,
And that's actually watching each other's back. Again, because we did a whole lesson today. Watching each other's backs was something we had a whole conversation with, because this is a summer camp. Some of the kids were at a pool and like they started getting punked by some other kids, and half the group kind of like backed off, scared, and they're like, "You're a karate camp. At least like stand up for each other." And so one of the discussions we had is working together. Even if you're not like training as a team, helping each other out, because that's the whole point of all this.
Exactly.
Is to help each other and to protect each other.
And another really
community.
Exactly. Community. This word is community.
I'm
physicality / communications are 50%. Yeah, exactly. Communications.
Yeah.
And with that, this is really important. There's a group, and we're taking straight from their manual, you guys. A lot of you may never have heard of them, but you need to hear about them right now because we're going to talk about them more, because I'm sorry to tell you, but for their street patrols, they put most of the RLSH to shame. And that is the Castro Street Patrol. And the reason I'm bringing them up, number one, Pride just happened. We go out there and we think we're going to fight criminals. We think we're going to, whatever we have to do to get people safe at the end of the night, right? Castro Street Patrol, they started because in San Francisco, even though there's a great number of LGBT folks out there, there's a great number of people who are getting beaten down, deaths. I know one guy who was beaten to the point where he had to learn to walk and talk again. He's a dear friend of mine. Hate crimes. So when they have a patrol going, the importance of organization, communication, and what role they're playing as they go down the street together at night isn't just, hey, we're a badass team. It's fucking life and death. That is not an exaggeration. So we took some training with them, but what I'd like to do is we have their manual. And if you don't think that there should be one person who knows what street you're on at all times, calling the streets out, going, okay, we're heading south on 10th Street, the 400 block. Every goddamn time you miss you go to a next street, someone's job should be that, because in times of duress, somebody just heard somebody get shot and you come upon this person shot. Now everybody's adrenaline is, where are we? Fuck, I don't know, dude. What street is this? Dude just yelled it out half a block ago. Okay. And it's his job to remember what is. Number two, who is the person calling 911? Who is the person attending to the person on the ground? Who's the person that's got the whistle? Because there usually is a whistleblower. Can you believe that? That's either to get attention, to clear a crowd, or whatever it is. These things, they have them down. And I'm saying that we need to follow the cast. You guys should all find them on Facebook. Find them wherever they are. Castro Street Patrol, the best people in the world is sweet, and it's all volunteer. And they've been doing this for 20-something years, so they know their shit. When Impact said, don't reinvent the wheel, as RLSH, we should totally be following their lead, saying, how do you guys patrol every single week? And
you don't have to do it the exact same.
No, you don't. You can
take the good parts that work for you.
Right. Adapt it to what your needs are. But I swear to God, you're not going to find, and even, because there was the Guardian Angels out there, and I promise you, the Guardian Angels were not as organized as these guys, and these guys are still doing it, and they've been out there. I think 20 years might be a little less. I mean, it might be 30-something years but they've been out there doing it. So with that, I think a planning committee should get together, and we should talk about ways that we can help you plan better patrols. If you don't have a lot of people to go with you, fine, but at least you know what needs to be covered when you're patrolling. And number two, if we start doing some type of monthly. Here you go. Today we're going to focus on, hey, if someone gets you in an arm lock while you're walking down this, which is probably not going to happen, but you never know. Practice this one over and over, and practice it with a friend.
Or like my favorite one, like I said, like I like teaching people how to like pay attention to the strength. Like here are the exercises I used to do, especially when I started. I don't do them as much anymore because they've become kind of ingrained. But I remember when I first started out, I would, every car that passed, if I was walking down the street, I'd try and figure out what the make, model, color, and if I could, the first letter of the license plate. I used to speak that out to myself. And, I wouldn't catch every car, wouldn't catch all, but it helps you quick respond to things so you can notice stuff. Practice looking straight, but figuring out what's over here. So like, like I said, I obviously teach karate, and like our kids spar, they go to tournaments and they have to stay in the ring or they lose points. So I've been telling them, like, learn where the ring is from the corner of your eye. Like, don't lose a point because you stepped out because you're not paying attention. You need to be able to see without looking at it.
Exactly.
So if you have a carpet in your house, figure out where the edge of the carpet is without looking at it.
There was to build on that. I know that Johnny Crowley had this thing where when you're walking down the street, use the glass.
The window, yeah.
The window.
I remember when I first started out hearing you guys talk about that on the podcast.
Yeah.
And I've used it ever since.
So right there, you never know who's going to use it and what it's going to do to help them. So I'm thinking, oh yeah. So I put this up. People need to be practicing manually, switching back from the sympathetic nervous system back to the parasympathetic. You guys, as a massage therapist, what our job is to get you to switch on the parasympathetic. The sympathetic nervous response is when you are in fight or flight. You guys all know about fight or flight, but what you might not know, and we talked about this before, is that when fight or flight happens, you literally, your vision, and why it's good that Impact's talking about your periphery, it literally becomes this. When you hear about tunnel vision, it's absolutely true. Your blood can only work so many things. Your nervous system can only respond. That's all you can see. You get the tunnel vision, and you got to bring the heart rate down to be able to think again and to be able to have anything but just basic movements. Because you think you're going to do all this badass shit. Honestly, under duress, it's going to be dumbed down, not because of anything you do, but it's going to be dumbed down to just your most basic movements, which is why you need to practice those basic movements over and over and over again. And they're usually big motor skill things, not fine motor skill things. So with that, the parasympathetic, what we try to get you to do is relax, even just taking a breath from the belly, where your belly protrudes, not your shoulders going up, where your belly just, you do that 3 times, that automatically disengages your sympathetic response, your fight or flight, and it engages your parasympathetic. So that's one thing to remember. One thing. We got
I have a really funny
millions.
story about that when you're done.
Tell a story, because I'm going to eat some chicken.
So I figured out how to do that in college long before I knew what it was. Not for anything legit, for playing the game Flip Cup. Literally drinking beer and flip the cup. Because everyone, if you ever played the game, everyone is frantically trying to flip a cup, and they always miss like 9 times. I got super good at it because every time I would play, I'd take my drink, take a breath, and then I'd hit it in one because I calmed myself down. And I swear to God, I used to play like it'd be me against 6 people, and I'd go down the line and beat people because I breathed. Is that beer pong? No, it's like a drinking game like beer pong. It's Flip Cup.
Okay, Flip Cup.
And it's funny as hell, but like it definitely is translated to the rest of my life. Where it's made it so much easier, like to go from fight or flight or freeze to thinking. Like,
you know what? Now I think I know what it is. I remember Flip Cup. Okay. I'm not going to play you in that then. Forget it. We're not playing that.
I will kick the whole initiative.
And I already told you what a shitty drinker I am. Not like
bring your whole team. I'll take.
By the way, we outed you earlier, Jay, about how you couldn't drink with the black hearts because you wiener. Anyway, No, I'm kidding. I'm weird too. We've been here for an hour, so for the next 15 minutes or so, we're gonna invite. If you want to come on and put your face on there,
Message.
if you want to message us, let us know, and Bug or I think Bug will send you a link so we can get you on here, so you can say something to people. Yeah, what did I just do? Hold on, exit to the. I want to see all that. Okay, there. Sorry. I'm trying to remove something from. How do you take off? I put Johnny Crowley's comment on there. Now I'm trying to take it off. You guys have no idea. This shit is not.
You just click on it again.
I'm glad I am not the
I'm not either.
person.
So.
This is Bug's job.
You guys don't think that we can read what you're saying. We're reading everything. Yes, situational. We're reading everything.
We just ignore you.
Yes, we know what proprioception.
Don't message me. Message Bug.
Proprioception. Yes, that's what he's talking about. They taught us that. And proprioception, you guys, in a nutshell, when you're walking down the stairs, you don't have to look at every single stair to put your foot down, right? Proprioception is your awareness of yourself in space, in your own space. So when you're walking down the thing, your proprioception allows you to walk downstairs without looking down at the stairs. So expanded on that, yes, proprioception means being able to fix your eye, like Crowley's saying, on a specific point, turning around and finding another point. It's being able to keep your balance.
If anyone's ever been a lifeguard, you learn to I mean, it's obviously slightly different, but you learn to use your peripherals. They say you can't focus on everything. You focus on the whole. You look at the whole pool and let your peripherals catch motion.
Yes. Well, cowboys back in the day, and I'm the oldest one here. I don't give a shit. Shut up, Crowley. They would, if they wanted to see either an enemy or game that they were hunting, they would not look straight at, if you're looking straight past everything, the open fields and spaces, they would look slightly off there and let their eye over here catch the movement. Because it was easier that way.
Your edges catch motion better than
your edges do.
Dark Defender, message Bug, not me. I don't have the link.
Bug!
I'm working on it.
Oh, okay.
I know. I just keep getting messages, so I'm saying I don't have it, guys. Sorry.
Being aware of your surroundings. Yes, exactly. Oh, you've been patient here, Scott. Yeah, we're Bug's trying to do it. Do you need me to send you the link again, Bug?
I got it.
You got it? All right. You guys, thank you for putting up, because this one was a impact. I'm throwing you under the bus here. He wanted to do let's just talk to everybody and see what they're up to, what they're doing, and we kind of like this.
What we kind of decided was, and obviously you guys know this, but they don't. What we decided was, instead of waiting for a topic to have a discussion, we figured we're just going to start more regularly having discussions, and then the topic will either happen because of the week, or it'll happen as we go, which is kind of this has been a little bit of both. It's happened because of what happened in the news, and then we've also just kind of let it devolve into its own discussion. So until we have specific topics, this is a kind of a fun way for us to keep everything going. And to make it really fun for everybody, we don't have a set day that we're doing it. We're just doing it whenever it works for us. Because we've all got weird schedules. So we like to keep you on your toes. That's part of your training.
Jesus Christ. I didn't go there, guys. He did. Blame him. The link.
Well, they do call me Sensei Impact.
Oh, God. I'm going to call you Dork when we really... Anyway.
You've already called me Dork.
Okay, if you want the... Whooshy finger hole you. When you want the... And yes, Polar, we see that. Super interested. Yeah. Because you have autism and sensory. Yeah, we can help out with that. Absolutely. You guys, so yeah, if you want to look at the live video, go on Heroes 101 right now. Team communication, everything, all that. And I've been lagging because so much has been happening. Good Lord. This moving, not moving. Hey, John Smith, how you doing?
Hey.
We have not really followed through with the committee thing, but okay, so I will promise you all this right now, that we will go ahead and I'll be hitting you up. Impact. I don't give a crap how busy you are this weekend. I'll be asking you some questions and
Yeah, let's do it.
And we'll talk about and we'll give you something as early as not Monday because is that the 4th of July?
Yeah.
Whatever.
But you're riot. No.
Yeah, 4th of July. It's old white man's holiday. Anyway, that's right. I said it. But if you guys want, just have a barbecue and try to do something for someone who isn't being
Do
repressed.
something nice.
Yeah, do something
this
nice.
weekend.
But we'll try to have it up something news about it on Tuesday where we will try. That's really quick to be, but maybe we'll just put up that hey, we're interested in this. Give us some feedback and stuff. So hey, Ace. But
and again, it's going to be an ongoing thing. If people want to be involved with stuff, just let us know. And again, it's not just going to be the three of us. We're just the ones talking about it right now.
We're the ones talking about it. We welcome legitimate, committed people.
But there's more people I think who have expressed interest in the past.
Right.
They're all going to be a part of it. It's not going to be led by us. At least not by me. You can do what you want.
Okay, I'm adding you guys to the stream, so don't do anything ridiculous that I'm going to regret adding you for. But yes, we do. Hold on. Explore 236. We do have a tip for someone trying to be a hero in Brazil. Check it out. Not like we're trying to toot our own horns, but if you want to hear a ton of awesome tips, where can they find old Heroes 101 shit? And yeah, I'm doing that, guys. Why would we do this if we didn't
podcasts?
Podcasts.
Apple Podcasts.
Look for Heroes 101. Where would that be, Bug?
Oh, wow. Place is probably on iTunes.
iTunes. Look for it because I'm not kidding. Explore 236. We've had so many people on these shows for 10 freaking years. Impact can tell you. He listened to all of them trying to find out about
too many.
Too many, yeah. So
the Blog Talk archive on Blog Talk does not exist anymore, so you have to go to iTunes.
Yeah. So So hey, I see.
Could you wear it?
I see. All right, Dickie Ballsworth. Is that really really what?
Christopher Abra, wear what inside out next time?
Absolutely the best you could come up with.
That's okay. Look, we're gonna go first. Skyman, wait, Sky. Congratulations. I know we're not supposed to talk about people's bodies. We're not. But I am congratulating you on feeling amazing for getting healthier. That's huge. That's
it fantastic. Was 150 pounds I'd lost, but now it's about 120.
Hey, whatever, man. That's
hey, it's
right. That's amazing.
Progress isn't a straight line. It's jagged.
All because I put a foam sword in my hand.
Because you put wait oh yeah, because you started playing right. Hey, that's man. Awesome. It works for you. Do it. That's what works. So
every Saturday.
That's awesome.
That is awesome. And that's the importance of going out and actually finding something that works for you instead of some bullshit that's just going to be ignored every week.
It is actually a martial art I'm learning.
Hey, right on. Yeah. Anything that can help defend. I'm going to take these noodles away from you. Distracted. No, and you've got this year is a special year for you. I'm not going to give away your stuff, but I think it's amazing.
Lots of important things happening in the life of Batman for 2022.
Lots of important.
I would like to announce my marriage soon.
Okay, you said it, so I won't do it.
With Reverend Rock and Roll.
I get to marry them.
Congratulations.
That was not my idea. That was my new wife's idea. She fell in love with you in Portland when we hooked up, and she said, I want her to marry us.
Tell her I was a huge fan. I love what she was wearing and her whole thing. So, yeah. So, mutual love back. I'm really excited.
It's going to be an intimate affair, but I've got about 30 people.
That's beautiful. Sky, I get to marry Sky in Seattle, and then I get to marry another real-life superhero in Kansas later in the year. So this is you guys make my whole world. Anyway, I'm sorry. Okay. Dickie Ballsworth. I know you got something to say on the stuff we were just talking about.
You only gave that.
And nothing that I wasn't already saying. I just kind of wanted to come on here to fuck with you guys.
Okay,
he just wanted his pretty put him out here.
here I'm gonna ask straight up. Hey, we're doing a show. Families.
Is that Batman pants?
That's Batman pants.
Oh
Batman
man,
pants.
I miss that kid. I really do. We had some fun times on the
Oh, he
trip.
has so many memories of you. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say? Oh yeah. So for those of you who are just catching up right now, we're talking about maybe offering some simple things. We're going to keep it real. We're not going to be able to teach you how to be Bruce Lee like after 4 weeks, but maybe some simple things that we've taken from like guys that we have on right now. Everybody has tips, practical, useful, tried and true, not just, oh, this might be really cool. Might be cool to do a spinning reverse kick on the street. Come on.
Yeah, people need to also remember that like you're not out there to like do as much damage as you can.
Exactly.
You know, like you're not like, oh man, I need to learn Krav Maga so I can fucking destroy somebody. Like my whole thing is like I've been like doing covertly. I'm not gonna say that. I've been covertly doing a certain martial art for about 3 years for a specific reason that I won't get into. But it's not a soft martial art, and it's the first time that I've really I want to say formally studied a martial art. Like in a dojo, I've been like learning all kinds of shit over 3 years. But the thing is, like, I've never been out there to beat somebody up. So really, the whole de-escalation thing is not the only thing you need to know. But you also need to know like a billion other things, like body language and like environment and like looking for certain kinds of vehicles around even.
There you go.
Like if you're like in an area and like you think that you're alone, you need to look for exhaust coming out of the vehicle's tailpipe just to make sure you know the people that are around.
Exactly. By the way, Brennan and Dark Defender, you're both on. Tips like that, Z. Tips like that.
In the chat, you were talking about like doing parkour and evasion, and I love that you mentioned that because when we do 2-on-1 fights in the dojo a lot, and a lot of the kids will sit there and try and slug it out. And out of everyone in that school, I'm probably the biggest like slug fighter, and I'm the most run around person when it comes to a 2-on-1 fight.
Oh.
And like the instructor will be like, that's what you need to do. You need to run. Don't stand there. And like no matter how tough you are, like you're a big dude and you're not gonna stand there and slug it out. Why should someone who's half your size do it?
And honestly, if you're in the most danger that you could possibly be in is if you have like 2 or more people that you're trying to stop from doing something. Like as soon as you de-escalate what they're doing, if you can't de-escalate them, you have to basically hit them off and get them off of the person, and immediately they're on you. So you need to either figure out like you need to go to train to like do multiple opponents, or you need to figure out how to run. And literally, this is all it is. So it's not something crazy you guys need to know. Like literally, run to a corner, and if you really need to take somebody down, run to a corner, and then as soon as you get around the corner, wait and kick back at the first dude that comes around the corner. Keep running to the next obstacle. As soon as you cross the obstacle, wait and fuck the first guy up that comes across it. Like it's not that hard. Like you just got to get your strikes like dynamic. Like every strike that you have, it needs to be dynamic. So it's like a one strike kind of thing. If you actually have to take these guys down, otherwise run, get up high. And as soon as they try to go up to get you, go to the other edge, jump down the other side, and keep going. Like a lot of guys, they can't climb and they can't jump down 10 feet, and that's it.
If you can, put them in a line.
The Q. The Q.
Okay. One dude should always be in the way of the other dude.
Wait, we're getting ahead of ourselves, guys. We're gonna. No, it's good stuff. And I welcome you guys to. We're gonna do this. We obviously have enough people who know how to do this stuff, who can share, who can be sort of teachers. Yeah. With the caveat that if you do something stupid, it's on you. You can't refer back to the show and say, we told you to do that. No, motherfucker, we're going to have so many. You're lucky we're not making you sign something going, you can only watch this if you promise that. We're going to say it all during the show. So don't go do stupid things. But you obviously have something that many of us didn't have growing up. You have this resource pool of people who are ready to help you, even from like this tiny little beginning part to just expanding your whole. I'm out there patrolling things. So hi, Brendan, by the way, and
until
had
the
that?
hero girl said, "Yeah, make sure you're hitting the right person, not just a random dude walking by." But
you always got to identify your
Yeah.
target with a
Yes,
gun or
always
without
make
a
sure
gun.
you're hit-
Always
always make
identify
sure
the
it's like-
target.
yeah, you're not hitting a small child walking around the corner or something. That is, thank you.
Yeah, no, of course, obviously, yeah. But like,
Okay,
We say
hold up,
obviously,
hold
but
up,
we
hold
all
up.
know someone would do it. So
I can see
thank you.
no, it's just you listen for the
Brennan,
little,
Brennan,
you
I see
gotta
your
listen for the
face.
little pitter patter of assholes' feet. You know what I
Oh
mean?
my God. I totally see Brennan's face and I know what do you want to say? I know that face.
Well, what's really fun about talking about taking on multiple attackers and stuff is that I don't know if you ever were beaten up in school, but when there's
Yep.
3 of them, like I don't
Yep.
care how many push-ups you did that morning, like
Yeah.
it's almost more of a social interaction than it is a physical one in a lot of ways. It's more so psychological, getting away from them.
It's
But
true.
hard and fast is the right answer, hard and fast. As soon as you
I
can
have
hit 3 of them and get past 3 of them, you're gonna be a lot better off than hitting 1 of them, in my
I'm
experience.
holding my tongue because Rock said we're not getting into this, so I'm not.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah,
Because I could
we'll
talk about
get.
this for a while.
Again,
And I love it.
Sorry, that's what
I
was on my
love it
brain.
because we've got these amazing people who have been. Let me do this. Okay, put your hand up if you've gotten your bell rung at least once, like been clocked in your head. Okay, yeah. See, so think about it. Half of the women that I teach or the at-risk groups, they've never thrown a punch or taken a punch. So we're going to have to remember that when we give these hints and when we give these
Yeah.
tips, there are people who have no idea what it's like to get your fucking bell rung. Because once you do, it's a whole nother story, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
With that, just the people we have on right here, I would love to take you guys and just put together.
You know what might be a really good thing to actually train in this as well is self first aid, because we haven't really thought about that a whole lot amongst the community. Because when you get fucked up and you're laying there, you of course you're going to know how to take care of somebody else when your sympathetic your parasympathetic system is like chill. You know what I mean? But like if you're all messed up and you're dealing with adrenaline and you're in pain, like you need to have self first aid be kind of a natural thing to you. So muscle memory is first aid.
Seriously. Muscle memory is one of the most important things you can have because, like I said, the whole show we did on what happens when your adrenaline's flowing, it's amazing just how you forget everything. You'll forget everything. So the muscle memory has to absolutely kick in. So yeah. Anybody we know who's good at because I do have a friend who's a fire chief battalion who teaches first aid, but does anybody have a first responder?
Bones is a doctor.
I think Knight does.
That's true.
Yeah, Bones is a doctor. Knight does. Knight
nurse. Yeah, Bones is now a doctor. Oh my god, with my phone.
Congrats to Bones.
Which way do we mean that? Or do you mean like an actual qualification as a first responder, or like a portfolio of first responder skill sets?
Someone who it's really important because I've seen the best doctor nurses people come on and they talk like this and then it's real redundant and nobody wants to fucking listen to you after the first 2 minutes. If they're a decent teacher, if they can teach in a way, like I know old school, nobody wants to stop listening to him. Once that guy talks, so people who are good teachers, we could use someone who could help out our community because we are.
But Bones can teach like trauma, shit like that. He was actually here a couple months ago, taught me like sucking chest wounds, like the shit you need to do those. A lot of different breaks. Like he's legit, and he's willing to train. Actually, we were going to put up something on the NYI page about he is willing to do like small group, like serious trauma tutelage on Zoom calls. So he'd definitely be willing to throw in for this.
I might have to talk to Bones.
We could do that. Check this out. We could do that and have, if Bones could demonstrate, like we could all be watching going, okay, wait, Bones, hold on. Hold that person's arm up again. And maybe you or someone could be the dummy and, Bones could show
he's
us.
in Colorado or Vegas right now, so I'm not sure which one.
Okay, so
Vegas.
We're just going to shoot Z real quick so he can be an appropriate model.
Z, can we shoot you? Will you take one for the team, dude?
Yeah, sure.
Several.
Just hold up dirty Harry.
I'm good.
So I think that it is
put a cork in there,
Yeah,
God, really.
super good.
It is time for us to actually, we've talked about this impact for freaking like half a year now. It's time for us to actually do this. And when I talk about planning committee, it's a bunch of dumbasses just wanting to help RLSH no more and do more. Literally, that's all it is. There's no fucking Illuminati. There is no,
Good.
oh, who's in charge? No one's in charge.
The Illuminati
Question.
would say that.
Question.
Yeah.
Why not? Why just the RLSH? Because given that it has shrunk very much. Like the actual the useful RLSH community has actually shrunk very much. And actually, we had one of those assholes just try to sign on to your fucking radio show about 5 seconds ago, and you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, it's nice. So anyway, continuing. Why don't you expand for the public? Like,
Oh yeah, no, absolutely.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be RLSH.
In fact, I think you do more good by including, instead of them going, I don't know what you people are talking about, I'm not going to watch this anymore, to let them know, hey, everybody gets injured. You want to know how to fix this? Everybody walks down the street and breaks back in their, so not everyone.
Yeah, we like the NYI. I don't even. I'm sorry, I hate to say this, and this probably sounds bad, but I don't even speak directly to the RLSH community. I speak to the public, and the RLSH follow us, so we communicate with them. But we also speak to the public, and I think that's helped us a great deal because we have a lot of resources now because we just communicate with the public.
Well, that's cool. You know what? Yeah, no, I get it. I understand. We'll talk to them for it. So we'll pull in everybody who wants to, anybody who wants to do this. But I think we'll figure out what our basics are.
Yeah.
Go from there. Whatever the basics are, we won't reinvent the wheel. We'll just make them more concise. And this is where organization comes in, where if someone wants to volunteer, if you have amazing organizational skills and you want to know how to categorize, well, shit, how do I do this? Where is it? I don't want to look through 50 episodes. All right, it's over here. So I'm reaching out. Someone who's really good at that, help us to organize our shows. They'll probably happen a lot more frequently. I'm only saying that because both Impact and I don't need to absolutely be present every time someone wants to do a info show. So we could do those, and we can make them quick. We can make them like under 45 minutes.
No,
you're right.
I think the shorter you can make an info show, the better. I'll tell you right now.
That's true. People don't watch.
My ADD brain's not going to watch a 40-minute video. It'll watch a 15-minute video.
What? I'm already looking at something else. What? No.
Exactly.
I do think costume would help in this scenario. You'd get more people paying attention and listening to it.
Yeah. We could try different methods. And I know Dark Defender's been here and been very quiet. So what's up, Dark?
What's up, Dark?
Well, nothing much, but right quick, because she's been wanting to say something, and she's sitting right here next to me. But this is my beautiful fiance, Lady Iceberg.
Lady
Beyonce?
What is it, Lady what?
Lady Iceberg.
Lady Iceberg.
I like it.
Oh my God!
Nice to meet
like
you.
the Fifth Element.
Nice to meet you.
Too. Nice to meet you.
Very nice to meet you.
Lady Iceberg. I like that.
And she also has a message for you too. She has a message for you as well.
I want to thank you all for what you do from the bottom of my heart. I appreciate it very much, and I love you all very much. Just from.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Nobody thanks us. That's so sweet.
Yeah, it's weird when you get those. It feels like, should I really feel good and cuddly, or should I remain like hardcore and be like?
I send you all a hug.
Don't let people know you have a soul.
Keep it inside. Keep it inside. See?
No, just keep it on inside.
And show us your really cool leopard pillow sitting behind you. I want to see that pillow.
Actually, there's a cat right here. Do you want to see the kitten?
Oh, I'd rather see the kitten.
Wait.
And I'm a skater too.
We don't talk about leopard print. That's for other reasons.
I'm an ice skater.
Everything must be leopard print. Everything.
No, that would be my team. That would be my teammate.
Leopard print.
Jaguar.
Big old kid.
Dude, if you have to watch. Oh my God, I'm forgetting her name. That's not Sharon Needles. That is Alaska Thunderfuck. It's
Oh my
nice.
God, super
I
cute.
love her. Oh, Kitty!
I'm stealing your cat.
Oh, you come here, you. Oh my goodness!
He's so little. She's so
I
little.
hate you, Z. I'm gonna take that cat from you. So cute.
He's the third.
If I can get him in here, he looks just like my cat when he was.
Duck. Oh, and those are my puppies. Suddenly, all the animals are going crazy. What?
You just mentioned the word kitty.
I know. That is so. He's so cute. How old is he?
She is.
She. That's right. That's the one you're always posting.
She's nearly 4 months old. She was the runt. Her siblings are like twice the size of her. She's gonna have some developmental issues, but I don't see any. She's crazy.
Oh, well, also a lot of nurturing can help with that.
Yeah.
So first we get Dark Defender's sweet fiance saying that, and then the kitty. It's really sweet in here right now, you guys. I love it.
There's a big ass boy.
Look at hi big boy. Hi kitty. Look at Nightbug. You guys don't know this. Here's the secret about Nightbug. He freaking loves kitties, but he is allergic as hell. He can't.
Oh, I'm allergic too.
What? Then how do you do it?
I get used to him. I just get used to him. Wow. I love him so much. I get a new one. I'm allergic for a couple weeks, months, and then it just goes away. It's weird.
Weirdo. What were you saying? Brett, yeah, and immunity to the community. What did you say, Brennan? You said something smart ass. I heard it.
Well, it's not that's not his real voice at all. He's just highly congested at all times.
At all times because of the cat.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, my real voice is really high. It's just I have a lot of phlegm, so it makes me sound more masculine.
Whatever works.
That's right.
All right, you guys. So I don't want to. We should rein this in, shouldn't we?
Yeah, we're kind of running up in an hour and a half right now.
Yeah,
this is going to be a short show.
I mean, I said we're going to be a short show and see what you guys did because you are all so amazing. But it's like hanging out with friends.
Almost. Yeah, like friends. We're like friends even.
If I liked you,
this is close. I want to get to you guys. This is fun.
This whole setup, actually, this whole setup kind of looks like we're like the RLSH Brady Bunch type shit.
Oh my God, it does. We just need two more.
It's a story of the motherfuckers. If you walking down the street and stopping crime.
All right, this is ridiculous.
I think we have to record that.
Anybody who wants to be a future RLSH.
Come on.
Anybody checking out the RLSH community right now? Like, nope, I'm done.
Come on.
Hey, Beck.
Alice.
You could be Alice. All right. On that note, I guess
my wife almost got on.
I guess we'll just rain it in, guys. Uh-oh. Someone's got feedback. Who's that? Okay, you can hear it. Turn. Is that you?
Turn your mic off and turn it back on.
Nope.
Everybody check your thing and turn it down.
Everyone be quiet.
Oh, that's hurt.
That's loud.
It's the universe.
It's the universe saying, "Get the hell out." You guys, this is great. We will share as soon as I get off. I promise you will start taking notes on this whole community. This whole community. And then, hang on 2 seconds. Okay, I think I'm gonna. What we're gonna do is, honestly, I'm gonna take notes as soon as we get off of here, so I can remember, and we'll.
This is my wife.
Is that Masha? Okay, we almost got off of here, but this is rare. Look at that.
How'd you do that?
How did you do that? You were one person, and now you two.
It's reverse osmosis.
Yeah.
She was a cat.
That'd be mitosis, I believe.
It's a long joke. She must got out of a high school reunion by telling them that she had reverse osmosis, so she couldn't show up.
Yeah.
That really speaks to the science center of your high school.
Right?
Yeah.
They're like, oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, they're like, wow, I hope you get better soon.
Nice.
As a
nice.
scientist, that's depressing. As a human, it's hilarious.
You'd be like, yeah, I just need to drink a lot of water, you know?
Yeah. Upside down.
Yeah.
In reverse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I'm really glad I didn't end it right away. But we have to. We have to, guys. We're gonna take notes on what we just talked about, and then we will. You know what, Impact? I don't know if you have time next week, but if you do, I'd love to do another one of these and let people know what the hell we are trying to come up with for this whole
Sounds
planning
good.
committee
We'll
thing.
figure it out.
Yeah, and we need your impact, guys. I mean,
Impact.
we need your input. Okay. It's time to go. We need your input. Is something burning, by the way?
That's
No?
nope.
Okay, good. Okay.
That's
That's
Uh-oh.
That's a
That's-
stroke.
Uh-oh.
Right?
On the air, we're gonna get this on the air.
No, I swear to God, it smells like something. Okay, Bug, thanks. Throw me into the bus. He's sitting across from me. You can't smell that? It's really
No.
weird.
I don't know
Okay.
anything.
Okay.
Can you smell
Anyway,
what the rock is
Rock.
cooking?
Rock, go like
Oh.
this.
go
Rock,
like this, right?
It's always shit.
Yeah, but can you do this? Hold on. Wait. Can you do this? Hold on. Watch.
Here,
Do it.
put
Do
your
it.
put your fingers in between my fingers.
Do it. Can you do that?
I think this is a Korean hot.
Escalating.
Korean
yeah, the
heart?
Korean heart. I love those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's much cuter than doing it with both hands.
Just rub your tummy, pat your head. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, you guys. So we're gonna go. But yeah, we'll try to
Oh, we're
do this again
done?
next week. Yeah, we're going. We have it's already an hour.
Oh,
And,
yeah. I forgot you guys were old. You guys have to go to bed.
yeah, no, dude. It's only 7:30 over here.
Yeah, you guys have to go to bed.
I would like to
Yeah,
finish
take your
my
meds.
now cold freaking food that I've been trying to take a bite of.
You're giving us some mouth sounds when we first got on.
Right,
I was
Bug.
hearing the noodle,
Really?
the noodle mouth.
You know,
yeah.
Bug didn't give a shit. He was just down here like eating, didn't care, and I'm
Time
like,
to eat.
dude,
Time to eat.
you suck. I'm so hungry, and I'm
Wet
watching you
noises.
eat. Yeah, right.
Just
She loves it.
ASMR.
That's what I said. Maybe
So
some more noodles.
right, some more noodles. So with that, we love you
Noodle.
guys. We're gonna go Impact. We'll talk about our next show.
Sounds good.
Take us out.
Bangarang.
They're just noodles, Michael.
Basquetti. Would you like some basquetti?
This is how Rock choked to death, right here. So love you guys. Everybody say bye.
Peace.
You're
Say
nerds.
bye. Love you.
Bye, everybody. You're all
Bye,
nerds.
guys.
Yep.
Stay safe.
Nerds.
Yep.
Okay. Did I do that right?
I think no, we're still live.
We're still live. Okay, here we
Says
go.
it right
Love
there.
you. Love you all. Bye. Oh. Bye. Love you. I'm ending it. God damn it.